we have Dennis and Teresa with us, and we have two really big awards here. We're celebrating both a 3 million mile award with PTI for Dennis and a 1 million mile award for Teresa. So together, 4 million miles with paper transport, so something pretty awesome. Before we give the awards, I'll just give a little bit background on Dennis and Teresa. They're actually our only team here at PTI. Dennis started with us in October of 1991, so about 18 months after PTI had started, and by all of our rough records from back then, we believe he was the 13th employee hired around that mark. Once you get back into the mid to early 90s, records either don't exist, and the ones that do are pretty suspect. So we make some guesstimations there. So Dennis has been with us now going on 28 years. October will be 28 years with PTI. Teresa has been with us kind of off and on through the early 2000s, right, in a part-time basis. And then she came on board with us. Actually, Dennis unselfishly gave up all control of his life as a professional truck driver on the road when Teresa decided to join him as the true captain of that ship back in 2013, and they have been teaming with us ever since. So when I talk about the suspect records, we're awarding Dennis with a 3 million mile award. We believe he's probably in the range of 3.5 million with us. But prior to 2003, we didn't have TMW or a system of record like we do right now, so we're making some guesstimations, and we believe he actually could have ran a little bit more back then than he has recently. So, and combined, the 1 million miles with Teresa, I can tell you there's a lot more than a million where she was actually in that truck, but just 1 million as a driver with PTI. So a really special honor for us today, and want to thank you for all you've done and congratulate you.
Thank you so much. Congratulations.
I'll have to make more room by the TV.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I'd be 28 years soon, and I believe that this was a very good company to drive for. They've always treated me very well, and they've always answered all my questions and everything. And to be really honest with you about coming to paper transport, I was farming at the time. I was driving truck prior to that with Lenny Shefnick when he was with Shea. He calls me up on the farm and asked me if I was interested in going back into driving truck, and he was looking for good drivers. Well, he picked me as a good driver. I was right at that time thinking about going back into driving, and here I am. And I've stayed here ever since the day he hired me. And I had no questions about leaving whatsoever, and I'm planning on retiring. Semi-retired in a year or two down the road. Who knows? Depends on what happens. So, as long as she can put up with it, we're here till we retire.
So I do have to have you check out this jacket. So he was hired in 1991, I believe. Again, records are suspect, but I think this is vintage 1992. Good news is he still fits. Congratulations, guys.